So at Titi's House Podcast, like I said, guys, we are back on every platform. Make sure you like, follow, and share YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. We've been gone for a minute. We had to regroup. Not that we were changing anything. I think just like just working on me, getting some things in order, and now we're back in full effect. We're going to try to drop the podcast on different days.
On Mondays now.
On Mondays as opposed to Fridays. So everybody knows that we were dropping the podcast Fridays at noon. We just weren't getting a lot of attention. I think it's the weekend. People are trying to plan their weekends, what they got going on, going out of town, and they don't have time to listen. So I get that. So we're going to try something new. And our new drop date is going to be potentially on Mondays, right? That means Titi is going to help some of y'all get y'all days and weeks started, right? Mm-hmm. Monday is Monday. Who don't hate Mondays? Why would you not listen to At Titi's House Podcast on Mondays, right? So welcome back to At Titi's House Podcast. So I want to talk about At Titi's House. We talk about a lot of different things, but today I want to talk about, first of all, I'm so upset that J-Lo canceled her tour.
Oh. Okay.
Did you hear about that?
What?
She was supposed to tour from June to August. She was supposed to be here, I think, August, like my birthday.
Word. Why they said she canceled her tour?
I have no idea. Said she wanted to reflect and, spend time with her family.
Reflect on how bad that movie Atlas was.
I liked it.
You liked it?
You didn't like it?
I'm watching it like, man, this movie is trash.
Really?
It was just mad cliche, and like J-Lo has had good movies.
Yeah, I actually like that movie. Maybe I like it because it was J-Lo, and you can't. Who's not gonna like a movie that J-Lo's in?
Yeah, I turned it off.
You did?
And I like J-Lo.
What part were you at? Because it did get better towards the end.
Oh, I probably was like halfway through. I'm like, this is not doing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I don't know. I liked it. I don't know, because it was action packed. I like her action packed movies, so I liked it. But I am disappointed, J-Lo, that you canceled your tour, because she's on my bucket list of things to do before I die.
Oh yeah, got it.
And I really want to see her perform in concert.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how Sade is for me too. She's number one on
my list. Oh my gosh, Sade is another. I seen her though.
Oh, word?
Years ago at a festival.
Dang, I
It
didn't know
was
that.
like either, I think it was in Baltimore at their jazz festival.
Yeah.
But I got to see Sade, so I wouldn't mind seeing her again though, because she doesn't change how she performs. She's man,
she rarely performs. She do like 2 shows a year right now.
That's it. So I got to see her. I want to say back in the 2000s, like early 2000s.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, so I got to see her. But J-Lo's on my bucket list. And so is, I want to see Chris Brown, but I just don't want to pay them Chris Brown ticket
Yeah, I heard
prices.
he's a great performer though. And it's worth
I heard
every
he's
time.
another great performer. So definitely on my bucket list to see. But I was just sad because I was like, dang, Alana was going to go with me to see the concert, and now she done canceled. Dang, J-Lo, they want to see that. And then, what's another thing? Oh, did you hear about what's his name? Big Sean? Is it not Big Sean? The other one, the Jamaican dude. That's the artist.
Jamaican.
Him and his mom is.
Sean Kingston.
Yeah, got arrested.
Yeah.
Saying they stole a Cadillac Escalade and some money. Him and his mother.
They just weren't paying loans back on items.
Oh my gosh!
Items. Yeah.
Is it because you don't have any money?
That or just try to hold on to as much as you can. Make them take you to court, and now they're going,
Let me tell y'all something. They're going to get you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They will get you. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong, how old the debt is. Mm-hmm. That has happened to me. Okay?
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah. From years ago. A debt from years ago. I got a wage garnishment for a debt that...
Like
10 years old.
IRS stuff?
No, not IRS. Not the IRS, but just a debtor. And it was like, what?
How they garnish your wages?
Oh, my God. They went to my job and said she owe us money. And we want it.
Yeah, that's
And I was trying. The funny thing is that you try to negotiate with them. Them mother suckers ain't trying to have it. I was like, listen, this shit is 10 years old. Let me give y'all $1,000. They was like, nope. We want the whole $2,000. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So it happens to the best of us. Don't ignore debt.
Yeah.
don't ignore, that you have to pay somebody back. You're liable. And what they do is that they sue you for it. They take you to court for it and try to get you the court to get the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once the court is involved, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, not really.
You owe them the money. So, Mr. Kingston, give him the money.
You seen he had posted a video the same day getting his mother out of jail, and then like 2 days later he got locked up for it.
Yeah, his mom went to jail, but they said she did 1.5 years before.
Yeah, for the same thing. Yeah.
Is his mom his momager?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, please don't let her be.
Yeah, no.
I seen that and I was like, why? Y'all can't go out here and try to live that dream, and then you ain't paying back the money.
Probably living beyond their means though, and just maybe not having the bread right now to really be able to pay all the debts.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah, I never understood why people be buying jewelry. Like, if you ain't got the bread to buy it out all front cash money right now, you don't need it.
But it's an image thing. The chains, the jewelry, the cars, the houses. Even the house he live in is being rented. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, if you can't pay cash for it, and ain't nobody telling you what to do with your life and with your money. But if you can't pay cash for it, you ain't a millionaire.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, if you can't pay tenfold that, if you ain't got tenfold that amount of money, then you shouldn't be buying it.
Right, exactly. It's just like Tiffany sent me a video today about a young lady that was talking about when she first got her mortgage, she was able to afford it. But as the property taxes went up, she wasn't able to afford it no more. And she was like, she didn't call it a mortgage, she called it something else, like I borrowed the money. She was a borrower. She never owned the home. And it's so true.
Yeah.
You owe the bank. You don't own the property until you pay off the loan. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, oh, my house. Yeah, it's my house.
Yeah, till they come and take it.
Till they come and take it. She said becoming a homeowner was her biggest mistake.
Of becoming a home borrower.
A home borrower.
A home borrower.
Is what she calls it. She's so right.
Yeah.
You are borrowing the money to own your home.
For 30 years.
Now, I always say, if I get enough, because I'm almost at the same amount of equity that I have in my house is what I bought it for. Man, I might as well take that equity and pay off my loan.
100%. That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm waiting like another year.
Don't go buy no Cadillac trucks or sound systems like Sean Kingston mother.
No, I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to do none of that.
Yeah, they said she had a $150,000 sound system in her house. What do you have that for, ma'am?
In the house that you're renting?
Yeah.
It's something wrong there. Something ain't clicking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't have your mom or your family members be your managers. Although sometimes they have your best interests at heart, you're not making sound financial decisions.
Yeah, you don't know what to do.
Neither one of them are. Crazy. What do you feel about Trump? Guilty, guilty, guilty.
34 counts guilty.
What do you think is going to happen to him? Because they compared Trump's situation to Baltimore's. I think she was like a councilwoman in Baltimore, and she served time for almost the same thing.
Yeah. So what they're saying,
she used her own money to purchase houses, and she went to jail, I think, for 1.5 years or 2.
They're saying that Trump is like the election is going to happen before, so they're thinking that if he wins the election, he's going to pardon himself. So he's running because they're supposed to announce him.
Can he do that?
When you're the president, you can do anything. Yeah, so they're saying that this is what his plan is.
Oh my God!
So the Republicans are naming him as the official candidate next week, and then if he ends up becoming pardon Mr. Trump, he like, yeah, matter of fact, give me a get out of jail free card.
This is what I don't understand. After he was found guilty, he got like $35 million or something like that for his campaign.
Yeah.
American people, what is wrong with y'all? Like, what is wrong with the American people? You know what I'm saying? That y'all would give him all this money to campaign. The man is guilty.
It's people that know that he's going to be able to get himself out.
I just don't get what our values are anymore. I don't think we have any values.
No, America is.
I don't think we stand for shit.
No, we don't.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really a movie.
And I know people say, hey, we don't have enough people to run for president or any of that. But we got some great leaders in some certain communities, you know what I'm saying, that could run for president and probably win if they have a great campaign behind them. Seriously. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, the American people, y'all done gave him $35 million towards his campaign fund, and he was just found guilty on 35 counts, and y'all gave him $1 million for each count?
Yeah, $1 million.
What the hell? What is going on here? That's why I'm going to Panama. I just can't take it. It's just like, it's just crazy to me. Crazy. For all of you that watch The Bachelorette, it's coming back on. Bachelorette 2024 is coming on.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Bachelorette.
You haven't?
I've seen The Bachelor. I've seen The Bachelorette too. I haven't watched.
So Jen Tran is the new Bachelorette for 2024.
Who's that?
She's the first Asian American lead for The Bachelorette as well. They said she was on season 28 of The Bachelor, so they chose her.
One of these most recent ones. Then.
Yep. She's from Miami.
Asian from Miami? That sounds like a good... I like her.
You like her already?
Yeah, that's Asian from Miami. Yeah, I like
Asian.
Her.
She's from Miami. So, you know, the Asian community is excited because this is the first time they have an Asian. So she's going to be definitely a fan favorite. She's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, okay.
Yes. She's studying to be a physician assistant. So I think... I'm not a Bachelorette or Bachelor... I didn't really watch like that, but I might watch this season just to see what happens.
Yeah, I like The Bachelor in Paradise better than those ones.
Oh, you do?
That's like when they take all the bachelors and bachelorettes who didn't get matched with anybody, or like people from the seasons who were
from
popular.
the different seasons.
Yeah, and put them all together.
And Jen, I'm gonna say this: there's some hotties on there for the bachelors. There's quite a few cute guys that I like already. I like Dylan. He's a medical student, age 24. I love Grant. He's a day trader from Houston, Texas. Hey, Grant. Hey, Grant. Hakeem is cute. Like, she got some choices now. She's got some choices. So, she's got a little bit of a range, too. Is black, white, you know, mixed up in there, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, The Bachelor usually does a good blend of
choosing people.
Cast, yeah, it's usually a good variety of people.
I like that. She's got a couple brothers on there, medical students. I like the different
walks of life.
Walks of life, man, jobs. You know what I'm saying? So she's got a couple good choices. Jen, have fun. While you choosing. Yes, have fun. So anyway, today we're back. Oh my goodness, my battery is running low, y'all.
Where the charger at?
In my dressing room. Yeah. As my producer goes get my charger, so my computer doesn't run out of battery here. So I want to talk about breakups today. Breaking up is hard to do. Have you ever heard that? That's an expression. Breaking up is hard to do. I wonder why breaking up is hard to do. I feel like it can be, depending on the situation. But there's different stages to breaking up. Did you know there were different stages to breaking up? Have you ever heard that before?
No, I only know one stage. I'm out. Stage one, I'm gone.
Stage one, you're leaving.
Yeah.
There's no other stages after that. Well, there's different stages to breaking up. I never knew that.
No.
Which is crazy to me.
I guess because some people be taking, some people be staying in relationships like too long.
Longer than they should.
Yeah, it's like, you've been unhappy for 2 years. Why are you still in there?
Why are you still in the relationship, right? I don't feel like I'm that person, but if I feel like you're a good quality person, I might spend more time investing. It's funny because I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day where I've never really been invested in a relationship. Not like the last one I was in. You know what I'm saying? The one that I was previously, like, I felt like I was more invested in that relationship. Mm-hmm. Like it was more of a challenge for me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was because of his character or what, but usually I'm just like, deuces.
Deuces.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Next. But I feel like, you know, people attach to people for different reasons too. There's different types of attachments that you have to look at, you know, for some people. Like some people might have a attachment that's more like a fatherly attachment to a man. Maybe he's more fatherly and nurturing than, you know, what she had in her life, looking for a father figure type of relationship. Then you have like anxious attachments to people.
Trauma bonding.
Like people don't realize that there's different types of reasons that you attach to somebody. Like for me, I felt like I've been in relationships where I probably have given more than the person that I was with, right? Because I've been in relationships like that. Not all of them. Because I feel like most of the time they love me more than I love them. No, seriously. I feel like I've been in relationships where it wasn't equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? You both have to love each other equally for it to work. But I don't know. My mom always used to tell me, let them love you more than you love them. Have you ever heard that?
I guess. I guess that's how I move. I didn't even think in my mind to... well, that's how I move now after what I've been through, because I put my all into a relationship and it not work out. Yeah. And I tell myself every day, I'm not doing that again. Ain't nobody about to have
So
me.
you haven't met anybody that you would want to do it again
No,
with?
I haven't.
Okay. Because I'm sure if you meet somebody, like for me, it's like, I don't know, it's like a challenge, I guess you could say. Like I've changed and redirected a lot of things about myself to be in a relationship with somebody that I really love. And I know that because he's a good quality person and a good quality man, and that's hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find quality men out here. You know, I don't know. That's what I think. And it might be because I'm older. Y'all young girls might have a better, you know, better results than me. But
I mean, you see? Did you see that? Dang, what's her? Vivica A. Fox says she's ready to date now.
Oh, really?
At age 60, and they was frying her about that.
Why?
They're like, you don't wait all these years, like
the best time of year.
Now you ready?
She hasn't dated since what?
Like 50.
Oh. She was in her 40s back then. Yeah. Like I never want to put myself on pause, and I'm not gonna put myself on pause for anybody either. Like if you don't know what you want, that's fine. Take the time to decide what you want. But I'm not gonna be sitting here waiting for you to decide what you want, because that's not fair to me. You know what I'm saying? But you can't stay in stuff longer than you need to. Yeah. If it ain't working, stop trying to work through the red flags, because I feel like that's what we do sometimes. Yeah. Like, oh, we know this is wrong with him or with them, and we still try to work through the red flags. I know I've been there too. We've all been there. We're going to try to work through, he ain't got no job, but we going to work through that. We're going to find him a job. You know, I've been there too, trying to help somebody find a job. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. I feel like that, not at this stage, not at this age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, so breaking up stages, let's talk about that. Because I feel like I'm okay. A breakup is easier for me to get through if I break up with you. You know what I'm saying? If I break up with you, I'm good. And sometimes, I hate to say this, but have you ever got back with somebody just so you can break up with them?
No.
I've done that.
What? You're hilarious.
I've done that before where I'm going to get you back and then I'm going to break up with you. Yeah. That's just petty, right? I've done that before.
I mean, there was a story a couple weeks ago about a basketball player. I can't think of which player it was right now, but he had just bought a crazy expensive ring. I think it was like $500,000 for his kid's mother, and then they broke up maybe like a week later, he said, and then he got back with her just so he could switch out the rings with a clone so he could get that money. And then she took him to court and they were like, it's his ring.
Yeah, he got it back because she wouldn't give him the ring back.
She didn't know it was a fake until they broke up. He said he got back with her for 4 months just so he could break up with her and get the ring back.
Good for him, because the ring should, that's his baby mama. I don't know. That's like, I don't know.
It's a sticky
now I'm
situation.
thinking of it, it's like, because I'm thinking maybe because it's his baby mama. She got kids with him. Maybe she deserved that ring.
Like 2 kids.
Yeah, she done gave you 2 kids. Like she deserved that ring. But that's petty. I would do that. Yeah. I would definitely do something. No, yeah, I've done that before because you're not gonna hurt me And I'm out here hurting. I'm going to take you back.
Yeah, and it hurts you.
And then I'm going to break up with you. And then you going to hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to hurt just like I was hurt. Like, that's how petty I am. Seriously.
I'm petty
I feel
too.
you're petty like that?
I'm so petty.
Man, you must get it from your mama.
Yes.
So let's talk about the phases of a breakup. So phase 1 is basically deciding to end the relationship. Like you said, sometimes people stay in stuff too long. This is on stages of a breakup on wikihow.com, guys. Okay. But deciding to end the relationship. So technically, when you decide to break a relationship, you're like, you prepare, right? I think you prepare like in your head for the breakup itself and how you're going to do it. Do you ever do that? Have you ever done that before?
Prepare, how you gonna do it? Prepare the conversation of like how it's gonna go. If it goes this way, then we breaking up. If we settle this disagreement or figure this out, then we might stay together.
Man, can I tell you, I just went through something like this, y'all. So
this is why you took a break from the podcast?
Yeah, from the podcast.
Had to live life, yeah.
Man, I had to figure it out.
Figure it out, so we got some stuff to talk to y'all about.
Yeah, no, not even that, because sometimes I don't even like to put my personal stuff out there, but we all go through stuff.
Yeah.
We all experience, being heartbroken, relationship not working out, trying to weigh the pros and the cons to the relationship. Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I end it? I mean, I've been there too, trying to decide whether or not to end a relationship. We all been there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's difficult. You're battling with yourself about what to do. And then for me, we can't make excuses for people. And I think that we make excuses. When we love you, we make excuses for your behavior. That ain't cool. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at everything, the whole relationship as a whole. What are the pros and the cons? Is this person as invested as you are? Are you both in the same relationship? Because have you ever been with somebody, and I feel like sometimes you be more advanced in the relationship than they are. You're more invested than they are. You gotta weigh all those things. You gotta realize that, hey, if this ain't working, I gotta go. It might not work. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you can get past, but certain things you can't. What's the breaking point for you? And deciding whether or not that is the breaking point and walking away, right? That's what I think. So basically the first phase is deciding whether or not you want to be in it or not. Sit down. I always say this, write a list. Pros and cons about being in the relationship. What you like about the person, what you don't like about the person. When you're looking at that list, what are the things? Take out of that list each one of the things that you either can or can't live without. At least 5. Try to make a list of 5 of those things, right? And weigh your options that way. I think that's the best way, because you're looking at it. You're looking at their flaws. You know what I'm saying? And that person could do it for you, both of y'all. And then you could come to the table and talk about it. Have you ever done something like that? I think that's a good thing. You write down, okay, I'm going to come with your pros and cons. You come with my pros and cons. And what do you want to work through? Is it worth working through? If it's not, leave each other alone and walk away. You know what I'm saying? The second one is, what do you think the second one is? I've been here too. Shock. You're shocked that the person broke up with you.
Resentment?
No, it's shock.
Oh, shock.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the second one. Okay.
Like I said, if you're the one that's been broken up with, you're shocked.
Yeah.
You didn't know. You didn't see it coming.
That's what I was about to say. If you ain't see it coming.
Man, I'm going to tell you, people don't know how to communicate their feelings. They wait for something bad to happen to throw everything at you and say, these are all the things you're doing wrong. And you have no idea that you're doing all these things wrong. They've never told you. But as soon as one thing goes wrong, you want to throw 10 things at me. I know we've all experienced that. I have experienced that too. Like, wow, all these things are wrong? Why you ain't never told me all these things are wrong? Man, don't be shocked. I know if you never see it coming, I mean, you feel upset and confused. That's why I'm going to get you back and break up with you. I'm going to make you feel like I feel, because I'm confused. Like I didn't know this was coming. You know what I'm saying? And you spend a lot of time, when you're in shock, you spend a lot of time in your head trying to figure out what happened and why.
Where to go wrong?
Where did it go wrong? Why is this person breaking up with me? What did I do to this person? Why is this person blocking me?
Yeah.
That I can't talk to them. Like, they don't want to talk to me. Like, what did I do wrong, right? So you got to think about that as well. Because people will shock the hell out of you when you think everything is going well and it's not. Another phase is remembering the good times. If there are good times. If you have good times, you know what I'm saying? I think that people get overwhelmed with reminiscing. You know, oh, well, we had a good time together. No, don't just reminisce on the good times. Think about the bad times.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
That's what you should think about more than the good times.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
What was wrong with the relationship as opposed to what was right?
Why didn't this work?
Man, I tell you, it's like you said, some people hold on to people and keep them in a state of confusion. You know what I'm saying? And
keep their self in a state of confusion because the other person might not even know anything. Because like you said, some people just don't know how to communicate it. They spending 2 years trying to figure it out in their mind and think this other person don't even know that they're feeling some type of way.
I'll tell you, have you ever heard, I mean, I've had, people tell me this too. You date somebody and you might have dated that person for 5 years and they leave you and the next thing you know, they are married to somebody else. Mm-hmm. But you spent 5 years putting up with their bullshit for you to go marry somebody else. I just see that as a blessing, really, to tell you the truth, because that means that you weren't for me.
Yeah, I'm tripping about that.
And when that shit don't work out with her, you still wasn't meant for me. Mm-hmm. Don't come back over here. Don't turn around looking over here. I don't want to see you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like you said, you gotta reflect not only on the good but the bad. Like what are the negative things that happen that you broke up with that person or that the relationship ended? You know what I'm saying? If you ever felt abused in some sense, disrespected, man calling you out your name, a woman calling the man out his name, you know what I'm saying? Those are the negative things that impact the relationship. So you gotta think about that too, because if not, you're thinking only about the good times and you're missing the good times. But think about the bad times, because that's gonna make you not want to go back, right?
100%.
Stage 4 is denial. Oh, I don't think I've ever been in a denial. Have I? I don't know.
No, I don't think.
No, yeah, you have. You think you've been in denial? It's like really accepting that the relationship is over.
No, I don't think I've been in denial.
I don't think I've been in denial either.
No, I think it's just like, all right, this is just what it is. Gotta get over it now.
Yeah, now it is what it is. Let's get over it and move on.
Might take some time to get over it, but
yeah. And if somebody asks you, because in the midst of being in a relationship, when somebody asks you for time, give them all the time they need. Doesn't mean you gotta wait.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Give them all the time they need.
Have fun with that.
Because when you come back from being out on time out, I may not be here. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. Because people expect that, okay, because you need a break and you want a break from the relationship, and the next thing you know, you never know. You might meet somebody and not even be ready to meet somebody, and it just happens out of nowhere, because people say that happens too. You meet somebody out of nowhere and then you're in a relationship with them, and then that person's trying to come back. You know what I'm saying? You can't come back here.
No, yeah, you left.
Love don't live here no more. You know what I'm saying? You left because you couldn't deal with whatever was going on. It's some people, you'd be surprised that some people have been hurt so many times that they take that hurt, and anything that happens, they process that hurt in their new relationship, and they hold their partner accountable for how they feel or how they felt in the past. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's cool.
I must say, that's not healthy.
That is not healthy. How could you not trust a person that's never broken your trust?
Yeah, they ain't do nothing yet.
I ain't did it yet. Let me do it first. Then be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? And then there's people out here that don't take accountability for their actions. Like if you do something and somebody retaliates against you, or not even retaliates, but behaves according to your actions, why can't you take accountability that we are here because of your actions. I don't know, especially men. Y'all are hard to take accountability. Y'all don't want to take accountability for stuff.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm not the most accountable person. I really don't be caring though. I'm very cold-hearted now. I just don't care about a lot of stuff anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be like that.
But why not?
Because you might miss a blessing just because you got that wall up. You know what I'm saying? At least in the time that you've been broken up, take some time to self-reflect on you. I'm going to tell you, I can't go from one relationship to another. Mm-hmm. I got to take time. It might be years in between.
Yeah, same.
Because I need time to self-reflect. Mm-hmm. First of all, if it was not a good or healthy relationship, why was I even in this shit in the first place? What was wrong with me mentally that I stayed for so long? Like something was wrong with me, mm-hmm. not that person, because that person was just getting everything that I was giving. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Who's not going to want that? Who's not going to take advantage of that? You know what I'm saying? Especially a person that's not stable mm-hmm. themselves. Why would they not take advantage of you being a good person and giving them everything that they need? You be a damn fool. I would do it. Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? So in the time in between, I always say, yeah, I might be outside, but I sure ain't trying to meet nobody. I'm self-reflecting on me. You know, especially if you're in a situation where the person's disrespectful, doesn't value you as a person, like you need to self-reflect on that. You know what mm-hmm. I'm saying? And then you have to put boundaries in place with the next relationship. You got to figure out how you're going to do that. If this presents itself again, how will you react? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to think about all that stuff. People don't think about that. But during that phase that you're by yourself, definitely take the time that you need. You can't let yourself, and don't run into another relationship because you haven't healed. You know what I'm saying? You haven't healed from the first one. I don't know. That's me. I don't know about other people, but stage 5 is anger. People get mad. Mm. You're no longer, so after denial, now you just mad as shit. Mm-hmm. They trying to mad. Oh, he done broke up with me, yeah. Or she done broke up with me.
Still following them on IG.
Right, stalking her page, showing up where she going.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. If she's with her friends at the lounge, you done showed up at the lounge. Like people do stuff like that.
That's insane.
I stopped posting where I'm at.
As you should. That's just safety reasons.
Yeah, I stopped doing that. So you're no longer in denial, but you're feeling resentful or frustrated or just plain out damn mad. Mm. You're angry that this person broke up with you. And if it's not a healthy breakup or a breakup where you've communicated that you don't want to be with that person, that could drive somebody to be angry and mad at you and want you to talk to them. They'll call you, hang up. Oh my God, I've had that before too. Somebody called me 30-something times to talk to me, and I'm like, I don't want to talk. Mm. I just want to. My mom used to say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, then don't pick up your phone or don't have a conversation with that person.
Yeah.
For what? You ain't got nothing good to say. I try to protect people by not talking to you because I know me, I'm petty.
Yeah.
I might say some petty shit to hurt your feelings. So if I love you, I'm not trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be able to, if you get angry, you got to be able to bring it back. Because you can't be out here really back in, man. You can't be out here hurting people. You cannot be out here hurting people. And it's funny, I was watching, is it Bad and Bougie? With Neil's wife on there.
Never
Crystal Marie, she's so pretty. Well, Neil's ex-wife, they did where they tried to get rid of certain things that they were trying to leave behind or whatever. And you know, she's going through a divorce because he cheated or whatever. So she went into one of those rooms where you can break shit up. Mm-hmm. I thought that was, if y'all mad, just go in that room and break shit up.
Be good at it.
One of those, I forgot what it was called, but it's here in Atlanta.
They call it something room.
Is it a rage room?
Rage room, yeah, exactly.
Went to the rage room and she was in there tearing some shit up.
Uh-huh.
Trying to leave that divorce behind. You know what I'm saying? People, you can't be out here channeling your anger towards that person, channel it in another way. If that means that you have to, you know what I do when I'm angry and I'm coming out of a relationship? I just wear black for a whole week because I'm mourning you. And then once I bury you, you buried. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Pick a way to be healthy about releasing your anger. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you release it in the air with some balloons. Pick some type of way to release your anger. Mm-hmm. You know, when I'm stressed, I just exercise. I feel like that's the best
be a good
thing.
one.
Yeah, exercising relieves a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? I like to exercise, but punch a pillow, go for a run, talk to your friends, like do something to get that anger out of your system, because that can't reside there
It's
forever.
just turn into anxiety or
anxiousness. Yeah. You want to talk to this person. You might go out looking for them. Like, don't do stuff like that. That's stalking, y'all. Don't do that. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth it. It's a billion people in this world. There's another person out there for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Another person out there for you. Definitely don't waste your time trying to make somebody be in a relationship with you that don't want to be there. Stage 6 is bargaining. Oh, what do you think the bargaining is? What if?
If you come back, I'll do this.
Yeah.
What? No, it's not that serious.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm not begging nobody.
That will make you miserable.
That's crazy.
Because you doing shit you don't want to do.
Then you're going to feel like you're never enough, too.
Oh, my God.
It's
Yeah.
like, what do I got to do for you to be with me?
Right. What do I got to do? Cook more, clean more, give you money, wash your car, like all that kind of stuff. That's bargaining to be with that person. Giving them money, spoiling them to be with you. Like, no, that's not what we're about to do. You got to reassess the situation at that point and figure out, hey, this is not health. That's not healthy. That is not healthy at all. Don't do that. Don't bargain with that person. If that person doesn't respect you or want to be with you, move on. It's time. It's over. Be willing to accept it and move on. That's what I say. The 7th stage is sadness. Oh, you get sad after all those emotions go away. You become sad, right? Mm-hmm. You become sad. What do you think? Overwhelmed with sadness or what? I think sadness because you miss the person.
Yeah, or you just not ready to move on.
You're just not ready, right? It's okay to sit in it for a minute, you know, in your sadness.
That's how you get over it. If
Yeah.
not, then you
Cry about it, man.
Yeah,
it's okay. Why do people feel like it's not okay to cry? You're mourning your relationship, depending on how long you've been in it. You know what I'm saying? When I was getting divorced, it wasn't sad to me that it was like the marriage, the relationship was ending. It was the amount of time spent in the marriage. My whole youth was spent. You know what I'm saying? I mourn that. So if you're going to be sad or going through this mourning stage, definitely mourn, you know, pick something that you can mourn. You know what I'm saying? If it's not the relationship itself. For me, it was the time I spent in it. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is I had kids out of that marriage. You know, I was able to come out on top. I don't feel like I had to, you know, I didn't struggle. You know what I'm saying? I actually came out in a better position. I positioned myself for the breakup and for the marriage to end so that financially I can move on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have that. So when they're mourning money because you're losing money. You have 2 incomes as opposed to 1. It's a lot of mourning in that situation that it didn't work out, that you put 100% into it and you went in it with honesty and, you know, with love and with respect, and that person wasn't ready, because sometimes the person that you're with is just not ready for what you have to give. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the same, you're not equally loving each other. You know what I'm saying? One person loves one person more than the other. You're not equally yoked. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need to get through the sadness. the breakup sadness that you're going to go through. Because like I said, you've been with that person for a long time. You really love that person. You've given it 100%. Look at the things that you've done. Cry about it and move on. Also, what you think number 8 is? Number 8. There's 12 steps. So actually, no, there's more than 12 steps. There are 13. How many steps are there? 14 steps.
I don't know. I don't
Number
know what comes
12.
after
What do you think people
sadness.
do after they
Light the house on fire.
nope. After you break up with somebody, what's the first thing you might do?
Oh, back outside.
Nope. You on social media.
Oh, for real?
Blocking them. Or posting shit that you want them to see. I'm outside having a good time with my girlfriends or my guy friends. We traveling. You're posting stuff on social media to be petty because you want them to see that you outside. Mm-hmm. Right? Do you think that's it? You might even, this is something that people do, delete photos of.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm going to say who's good for this? Mm-hmm. Celebrities.
Yeah.
Celebrities will unfollow you, block your photos, take your photos out, block you like
never existed.
Like you was just a figment.
Yeah, never happened.
Of my imagination. Or I was a figment of your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's the first thing people do. Oh, we're going to go ahead and delete these photos that was on here. No. Do you think that's healthy?
No, that's not healthy. It's healthy if you're the one. If you're doing it because you're truly done with it, then it's healthy. If you're doing it to be petty and try to get back with them or try to make them mad, then it's unhealthy. It depends on like how you're going about it, for real. It's
funny because most psychologists say that it's healthy to unfollow your ex's account so you don't see what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't follow none.
It's okay to delete their photos. You know what we used to do when there wasn't social media?
What?
We just cut your ass out the picture. It'd be a picture with a hole in the face.
That's
and
funny.
it'd be like, you never existed. That's old school. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's old school.
That.
We ain't had social media. We was cutting your face out the picture or drawing a mustache on your picture. Like we doing something like that to really, as a way to kind of cleanse you from our system, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then people, it's funny because when you break up with somebody, you break up with their friends. You don't want to see them either. I was just with y'all because he was with y'all. Like, I don't even like y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but they said it's healthy to block them on social media. It's healthy to block their phone number. Especially if you obsess with calling them. Like some people, it's so crazy because I know women that have broke up with a man and they be like, I can't help it. I got to call him. I just got to text him. I got to call. And it's like, for what?
But they broke up with him?
Like if the man, it don't matter if she broke up with him or if he broke up with her. Mm-hmm. It's just like a need to continue the communication. Sometimes you got to break off all communication.
That's what I did.
To leave them.
Really
you ain't got to block me.
To get over it all the way, you got to.
You ain't got to block me. Because at the end of the day, I ain't looking for you. I'm not calling you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Now, if you call me, what do you want? Because you're the one that broke up with me. Why are you calling me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for you. That's one thing I can say. No need to block me because I ain't looking for you.
Yeah.
I ain't calling you.
I do the blocking just so I don't I don't want to be reminded. I'm trying to get over this. When you're trying to get over something, it's been out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. Because you know what happens? You go through withdrawal. That's the next phase.
Look,
have you ever been through withdrawal? I don't think I've ever been through withdrawal.
Yeah.
Or maybe I have.
But just because we were still communicating.
I think when you're in withdrawal, you just tend to go back to that person for sex. Sex might be the open door to the withdrawal. You go back and forth. That's not good either. That's not healthy.
That's not healthy at all.
No, because it leaves you mentally and physically exhausted. Like you're exhausted because you're like, I'm back and forth.
That's why I cut communication so that none of that goes on.
That's a good thing. So you're not drained
because I know
mentally.
myself.
You're going to be called, what you doing?
Or am I answer when she texts me?
Right.
Even if I'm not reaching out. It's midnight. Why are you texting me? Now you already know.
You already know. It's a booty call and they trying to come over. Oh my God. But I think when you're in the withdrawal phase and you're feeling like I think that when you're going through withdrawal, the best thing to do is to be around your friends. You know what I'm saying? Because those are relationships where people love you and you know that they have your best interests at heart, and that, although I can't always go by what your friends say when you're in a relationship, even about your partner. You can't handle situations how they would handle it because they're not in your relationship. But just know that if you don't isolate yourself, get out there with your friends. Get out there and mingle a little bit. Man, get dressed, for the women, get dressed, look cute, and get out there and see if you still got it. Same thing for the men. Men can do the same thing. Get dressed, go out with your boys, and see. I had a guy one time approach me. He was a handsome dude. He was married. He was going through some stuff. And he said, he tried talking to me or whatever. And he was like, do you think I'm handsome? I was like, you're very handsome. And he said, I just wanted to see if I still have it. I said, you do. Tell your wife, stop it. You still got it. Like, you can get out here and definitely find a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Another thing, number 10 is relapse. After heartbreak, you relapse. Why do you think you relapse?
You can't get over the person. You can't stop thinking about the relationship.
Oh,
you
my
feel
God.
like it
You
wasn't
go back.
your fault.
You feel like I got to go back.
Yeah.
I got to be with him again. I miss him. I love him. I want to, spend all my time with him or whatever. So sometimes you do relapse. Sometimes you relapse because you just want to break up with them. Like I said, you want to put them through what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like you said, if you cut them off completely, you won't relapse. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. You'll get over them eventually. So
yeah, I just know that I can never. If I don't cut them off, then I'm gonna relapse.
Really,
I don't have
so
that
that's
much,
why you go through the extreme. But you know you got to know yourself too, because I don't feel like you got to completely. I mean, I've broken up with people in the past and not completely cut them off. I feel like we've been friends up until this point. You can be friends with somebody you've dated. It might take time to get there, but at the end of the day, you know yourself. So make healthy choices based off of your own, how you behave, your own actions. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. Number 11 is distraction. Like I said, go out with your friends. Distract yourself. Be around people that love you, people that are going to say, it's all right. You're going to bounce back. Girl, you fine. You're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And your boys will do that too. How do men give each other affirmation to help them distract from what they're going through, the breakup that they're going through?
We take them to the strip club.
Oh, my goodness. Is that what it is?
Like, yeah, just meet me at Blue Flame. You'll be over it by the end of the night.
No, that's not how you do it. Well, that's a positive
distraction.
Y'all don't go bowling?
I ain't going bowling. There ain't no shorties there.
No. There's shorties at the bowling alley. They might even play for the game.
No, nah. We're going where it's a massive amount of shorties at.
Yeah.
We're going to the lounge or to the strip club.
Your friends can distract you in a negative or positive way.
Negative, that is true too.
Yeah, so what do you think are some negative distractions that they might put in place?
The strip club. Look, the same thing that I'm saying is a positive one for me.
Maybe hooking you up with someone else so that you can get over
a little rebound?
You ever heard if you just get on top of somebody else, you get over the person that you're with?
Yeah, I have heard that before.
Come on, who hasn't heard that before?
A little rebound?
That's what they say. A little physical activity, hanging out with somebody else.
Yeah, I think that is...
But that's not, to me, that's not a real friend. I think real friends that love you, they're not going to steer you wrong.
Yeah,
you know
I was going to say, I feel like that's even toxic. That's just like relapsing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's toxic, actually, for your friend to say, come on out, I'm going to hook you up with a friend or whatever. Because I feel like, I already said, for me, I have to take time in between the breakups. I can't just go from one person to the other. Because if it didn't work out, I need to reflect on why it didn't work out, what my part was in it. And, I got to better myself. So the next relationship will be better. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you're not, you're just masking all the emotions. You're not truly letting them live out,
Absolutely.
Just like you said, it's just like mourning a death in a family or anything.
Yeah, because you got to have acceptance and the ability to move on, right? That's number 12, by the way. So having acceptance and moving on. So once you break up, internalizing, and then being able to say, okay, if the breakup was because of me, then I'm able to reflect on that and move on and move forward, right? If not, if the relationship broke up because of the other person, I think it takes a little bit more time to get over it, right? If the person is cheating, infidelity, whatever the reason is.
I would think both are about even, because if you weren't if it came out of nowhere and you didn't do anything or didn't feel like you did anything, and that person's wilding or just it could be both.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it could be. You just the thing is that you're gonna feel sad and you're gonna have regrets. We all do, right? But it doesn't mean because you're regretful that you can't accept it and move on.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. And talk to somebody. I mean, if there's relationship coaches that will help you through this breakup phase, help you identify, maybe in a healthy way what you've done wrong or what you feel, or they don't never give you like advice really. They just tell you certain things. Like when you're talking to them, they're like paraphrasing.
Yeah, what you're telling
what
them.
you're
right?
telling them.
They're like helping your thoughts. You see your own thoughts.
Right,
that
exactly. So as far as like giving you advice, I don't know. I never gave advice. I always paraphrase what they said and let them learn from what I paraphrased. You know what I'm saying? They realize it's like they have a moment where they're like, "Oh my God, that's what happened."
It's like they're talking to their self and putting their thoughts in.
Exactly. So you gotta be careful too, because I think some dating coaches will give you advice, but I don't know. I can't take advice from somebody that I don't know nothing about your relationship.
Yeah.
You ain't been married for 20-something years, or
And if they ain't been exactly through what you've been through, they're not gonna understand 100%.
I agree. So definitely, you're going to feel sad, but you can accept it and move on. Even through the sadness, you can accept it and move on. Number 13, what you think? Number 13 is, you said it a little while ago.
Oh, man. Number 13.
Outside.
Oh, back outside.
I'm getting back out there. I'm outside, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Don't let me get outside and see what that outside look like. What you think about that? You're outside. Not necessarily dating again, but you're just outside.
Distracting.
You're distracted. Yeah. You're, trying to see if you still got it. Mm-hmm. You're getting cute, getting dressed. That's what you got to see if you back out there.
Like, oh, it's summertime.
It's summertime. It's warm outside too. Who patio am I sitting on?
Who patio am I sitting?
Where am I sitting, y'all? What patio? Where y'all going to hang out? Yeah. So that's the distraction phase. Being out there, you might be out there with friends, family, whatever. You just keep yourself busy. And getting outside, you could be at a park, exercising, attending different type of events. It doesn't have to be a club or lounge necessarily, dating someone else, another person. You just need to be out there, getting familiar with what outside looks like, depending on how long you've been off the market.
Yeah, getting out of the just freeing your mind, because if you in the crib, you stuck in your thoughts. You driving yourself crazy for, I would imagine. Yeah.
Me, I'm obsessively cleaning when I'm upset. So it's like, all right, I'm just going to clean my house.
Oh.
You already know me. I'm going to be cleaning. I'm going to clean everything. It's not going to be nothing unturned or left undone.
That's funny.
That's the way that I get over things, though. I think I've always been like that. I come from an OCD household, so I can't help it. So what do you think the last one is?
I thought you said it was back outside. I thought you said it was 13.
No, it's 14.
14, okay.
What do you think the last one is?
A new relationship.
But what are you doing in that? You're comparing your past man or woman with your new man or woman.
A deadly
right?
cycle.
I know. I think everyone does that.
Yeah.
No?
I guess. If compared to maybe your best relationship, but I ain't comparing to all. Like if it didn't last that long, I ain't really thinking about it.
I think it's normal. It's normal to compare your past with your present.
I compared the looks.
You compare the looks.
Yeah, I'm probably
That's
shallow.
not looks. Oh
Yeah, she
my
got to be
God.
badder than my last one.
K-Saw, no.
Look, I told you I messed up. I might be a little shallow and all that.
Oh my goodness. You got to compare like the good things and the bad things. And when you start, I think when you compare, you start looking for things that might have made you uncomfortable with the last relationship and just being able to identify any red flags, I think, when you're comparing the two people, right?
Okay.
It's difficult not to compare somebody. Or, you know, even if you fully accepted and moved on, you will definitely. I think everyone does this.
I guess to see if you see similarities or something that you're just calling a red flag. Like, oh,
And
I
then
just
you're
went
saying
through
there's
this.
nobody like this person. I'm not as, I don't know, if you have a special relationship with somebody, I think that sometimes you kind of look at that person as a model as to what you want the next person to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that with any, like when you were in a relationship, your longest relationship, I won't say no names, but coming out of that, did you feel like you were comparing other women to her, like how she was, mannerism, not just looks?
Not mannerism and stuff, more just looks and
Character.
personality,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, and just things that she was into. Because it's, you know, it's a reason that I was with her for so long, you know?
I don't think you can, even though we compare, I don't think one person is like the other. It's always going to be something different about the next person.
Everybody's different.
It's okay to compare, but it's always going to be something different about the next person that you're with. So find special things in that person that you like, their character traits, whatever it is. It don't have to be looks, but character. You know what I'm saying? What character traits do they possess that you like? And bring those things out in the positive so that you're not really comparing them to the other person. I think that's healthy. Do you think that's healthy?
Yeah, because I was going to say, eventually, all the comparing could become toxic, you know?
Absolutely. The most important thing, though, everyone, guys and girls, is that you take time to heal in between. You know what I'm saying? Because
important.
that's very important. You can't jump from one person to another because you're always going to be comparing that person to the last person. And that's not healthy. You have to, when you start dating someone new, allow them to be themselves and judge them based off of their behaviors and actions. Not how the last person treated you, how that person hurt you, because it's not fair to the person that you're with that you're putting all this ownership of hurt on that person. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we tend to do that a lot, and that's not healthy. So give yourself time to learn a lesson. They say it's a lesson or a blessing. So if it's a lesson, take your time to heal and learn the lesson that is to be learned. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't do that. And I think that no one can tell you the amount of time you need to heal. Only you know that. It could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. Some people wait 2 and 3 years in between relationships. When I got divorced, I didn't start dating again until 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time. You got to know what you want for yourself. And you got to know that self-care, self-compassion, all that stuff is very important so that you can move on and be in a healthy relationship. Right?
Yep. Take time for yourself.
Take time to heal. Make sure you got that equilibrium because that's important.
Yeah, I've been
Within
single now
yourself.
for 5 years, you know. And I ain't in no rush. I'll wait another 5.
What does single look like for you?
Single for me
Means
is...
I'm dating a whole bunch of girls and I'm just not being committed.
Yeah.
So you're just not committing to anybody, but you're out there dating. So you're taking time to figure out what you like, what you don't like.
I know what I like.
I can't with my producer, y'all. You're doing too much. Anyway, just remember, take time to heal. Take time to know what you want for the next relationship. And come in with, you know, a healthy spirit. Come in trusting, being respectful. And just love yourself and be open to love. You know what I'm saying? At Titi's House Podcast. We out of here. Thanks, guys. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple Podcasts. Remember to like, follow, and share, and we will see you next week.